So coffee is one of my favorite drinks to have. It's a drug, and I know I'm addicted to the caffeine, but I love to drink it. But you know what? I also love to smell like it. I just love the way coffee smells, and I love perfumes that have the coffee note. So in this video, we're gonna discuss my top 5 coffee fragrances coming right up. Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. And that's right, we're gonna discuss my top 5 coffee fragrances. We'll get right to it. At number 5, we've got one from a designer. This is the only designer in the list, and it is my favorite designer. It's Mugler, the house of Thierry Mugler, which actually is no longer called Thierry Mugler. They've rebranded to just be Mugler, and this is Pure Coffee. Pure Coffee was a limited edition release, and actually it's still a limited edition release. If you can find it, get it, because it's kind of I don't think it's around much. So what happens is Amen had the coffee note in it, the original Amen, and what they've done is taken the coffee note in Amen and actually amplified it or amped it up and toned down some of the other notes, perhaps like caramel and things like that, to make it a more like a Amen with coffee. So it's a pretty good release. It's not as loud as I would have wanted it to be, and I think maybe perhaps this happens to be the second offering, the second time it was launched, because there was a time it was launched and they took it away and then they brought it back. So I just wish it performed a little better, but it smells good. It's Amen pretty much, the Mugler Amen DNA with a coffee note, an amplified coffee note. So it's pretty darn good, and it's one of my favorite coffee scents, and it's number 5, Mugler Pure Coffee, from an indie house, and it is Kerosene with Follow. Now what I like about this one is coffee with some resins, and it has a sweet maple sap note. So it smells like brewed coffee flavored with like maybe honey or something. Kind of has like this honey-like note, or well, in this case it's the maple sap. So it comes off very true coffee. It also has a little bit of a cinnamony touch, which I like, and I quite enjoy this one. And if you haven't seen the video I shot interviewing John Peg of Kerosene, you should watch that. But when he launched this, we shot that video, and it's a pretty darn good coffee scent, and one of my top 5, of course. So Follow by Kerosene is at number 4. At number 3, this is going back to something very similar to the original Amen, and most people think it's a repetitive release, but I quite find this one very, very smooth compared to Amen. What we're talking about is by Kilian's Intoxicated. What I like about this one is coffee with cardamom. It's just basically, that's what I get with this. It's very, very beautiful. The cardamom is so strong with the coffee. And those of you that like to explore different coffees to drink, Turkish coffee or Middle Eastern coffee is sometimes laced or flavored with cardamom. So to me, this smells just like that coffee with cardamom. I find this to be much truer coffee scent than Amen. And yes, it kind of has hints of Amen, but I find this to be a lot more luxurious, if that makes sense. It smells more like coffee to me than Amen does. And actually, it doesn't even smell like pure coffee. They don't smell alike at all. They're completely different. So that's why this is here. It is a really, really excellent offering from by Kilian. Performance is pretty average, 6 hours, 6.5 pushing it. But the smell is just excellent. I did a comparison video of this as well with Amen. Check that out too. But it's by Kilian, Intoxicated at number 3. At number 2, just shot a video of this comparing the original to the new launch. It's Shihan by Piotr Czarnecki, an indie niche house out of Poland. Now this one is coffee, but kind of like having an Irish coffee laced with booze. Whiskey's in it, and of course there's tobacco. So think about this, going to the Buena Vista here in San Francisco, a very, very famous place where they sell Irish coffee. Of course there's no cream in here. So it's Irish coffee with whiskey, and it's a bar setting, and tobacco. Cigarettes are being smoked. Of course you can't smoke in bars or any indoor places here, but that's kind of what I think of with this one. Shihan. It's originally was called Sensei, as I mentioned in the video, but now it's rebranded and repackaged as Shihan. So really awesome release. One of my favorite coffee scents, and it's a boozy, slightly spicy, dirty coffee scent by Piotr Zarnecki at number 2. Last but not least, my favorite coffee scent, and it's a unique take on coffee. It is Intense Cafe by Montal. This one's just hands down really gorgeous to wear. It's cafe latte, so it's a creamy, milky coffee with rose. I mean, two of my favorite styles of notes, rose and coffee, mixed together with milk, of course, to make a wonderful concoction. Just a beautiful scent. Smells so good. I've turned this on to so many people, and they've just wanted to buy a bottle, and they just love it. This is my second bottle, and it's actually a little different than the first bottle. It's a slight bit subdued compared to the original, where it was really beautiful, like really awesome, but still the scent is the same, and I absolutely just adore this one. So it's a given that it would end up at number 1. So number 1 is Montal Intense Cafe, my number 1 favorite coffee scent. That's it. Top 5 coffee scents. Now, if I had more coffee fragrances, I would add them here. And there used to be 2 more in my collection, which I don't speak about much anymore. I'm sure those of you that know me would probably already know what I'm talking about. But this is a perfect list of 5. And I'm always looking for more coffee scents. So if you have any suggestions, please list below. And we can get a conversation started of your favorite coffee scent. And perhaps in the future we can make a top 10 coffee scents video. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please like this video, please share it, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. There should be a subscribe button coming right up. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.